My name is Tony Orrico, and I'm currently working within a series of large-scale drawings, graphite on paper, and the series is called Penwald. So I walk into the space and I can usually hear the audience, and then when I enter the space, I feel like the hush because it's classified as performance and they want to give me the stage. And then I walk onto the paper, I'm barefoot and wearing very neutral clothing, graphite shades, my hair pulled back, and walk up to my graphite sticks, come down to my knees, and then lie down prone and take a moment to center myself. At this point, I'm pretty close to the edge of the paper, so I can't really see in my periphery too much white space. I actually see, in most instances, the ankles of those who've come to see me. I start to hear photographers, start clicking, and so there's new sound that enters the space, and take that in, and then I start to just hear my own rhythm that I create when I start drawing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then what I'll do is divide 15 strokes. I'll get to 15 at the quarter mark, 15 at the bottom mark, 15 at 3/4, 15 to full, giving myself the pace of about 60 efforts per circle. There's this interesting charge in my hands, and I was reading somewhere recently graphite as a conductor, and so I would like to investigate this a little bit more, but I should mention that they also get really hot. I mean, as hot as an oven if I'm really cruising around a circle, and I have to actually slow down because the sticks are hard to hold on to. I feel this incredible joy and this high after I'm done. It's like getting dirty in the backyard. I'm full of graphite and sweat and I'm tired. It's disorienting, almost changing planes after being flat for so long, just trying to stand up, and my legs are like jelly, and I can barely upright myself, and the audience is blurry, and the room is kind of spinning a little bit. As this series develops, I'm dealing with two different ideas right now of contour lines in relationship to each other, copying each other verbatim, and moving through space. And then there's the idea of unison symmetry drawing, which would be two contour lines mirroring each other. Sometimes the gesturing is very, systematic or placed, and then at other times allowing this idea of spontaneously navigating space, and also tricking my body and balancing my body further by dealing with different dominating sides of, whether it be the hands or the brain, or however a scientist may analyze what's happening there. I'm having the right hand be the leading or the dominating gesturing hand, and the left hand following, and then vice versa in some of the pieces, and then trying to find this dualistic initiation where it's coming from a center point in the body and moving through both hands, I guess energetically in the same way with the same amount of force.
Stop.
And then there's this technique of this pendular swinging that I do in circle on knees. These are the basic techniques of how I'm applying graphite to the surface, and then I'm just dealing with different planes and the body and lying flat on a surface or standing against the wall. I think there's elements of meditation or being inside of the conditions of your body and being with your breath inside of durational work. Performing something, it doesn't have to be still. I would imagine constant in a way. Let's go back to childhood, large amounts of time alone in a room, looking into a mirror or listening to that same piece of music or sitting in the dark or sitting in the light, just experiencing self and time. I'm really attracted to the moments, the breakthrough moments of doing something for a long period of time and running long distance, which I'd like to get back to because I felt like I got a lot of thinking done. And I like challenging that idea of that moment of wanting to quit something for myself. I really like challenging that. Why does art matter? For me, it's a manifestation of contemplation. You know, it's trying to understand our existence and also a possibility, the conditions of our existence, you know, what our materials are, how we can rearrange them, and then how we can capture that or preserve that so there's some sort of sense of immortality inside of it.